worked on a bionic foot for amputees at Walter Reed Medical Center.
I had an amazing experience in Nicaragua that you can't get in a classroom. I'm a leader.
I'm making a difference.
I'm a cadet at West Point.
It is halftime at Army-Navy presented by USAA. This is America's game. 10-10, Navy and Army. Next Saturday, relentless Leo Santa Cruz defends his bantamweight world title when he takes on undefeated Alberto Guevara. Live from the LA Sports Arena, it's Showtime Boxing on CBS. Vice President Joseph Biden goes from one side to the other. This a tradition at Army and Navy. 10-10. Should be a heck of a...
Close enough. Two
No.
down. They got to go for touchdown. Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
And that was almost a total disaster because one of the running backs stopped on the play. And on the pitch play, I don't know if one of the running backs didn't hear the snap count or what, but now they've got to go field goal. Watch. The left side, Malcolm Brown didn't even move. That was messed up. Remember, they only needed 1.5 yards to get a first down on plays. A great stop by the Navy defense, but I got to say, Army helped the quarterback sneak in those two plays. Very, very questionable play calling.
Osteen to break the tie for a 21-yard field goal attempt. Bolt will hold it. Good snap this time, and Army has taken the lead, but not anywhere close to what they thought they would get.
Big win for the Navy defense. When you got second and goal, an opportunity to make a first, crawling for it too, and got him right on the ankle with one hand. He had slipped down in the play and he crawled for the stop.
2:33 remaining. Ball at the 40. He'll throw again. He's got a man open again at the 30. It's Siobhan Lawrence for the second time and a first down.
Well, there's no backup in this man. Trent Steelman has showed you, no matter how this thing ends up, what a winner and leader he is.
That was a gain of 12, 2:21 to go.
What a fascinating contrast. A freshman that doesn't want to let down the seniors, and the senior that has never won.
Dixon, one more time. We near 2 minutes.
Almost the same spot on the field a year ago. 25-yard line last year was 4.5 minutes to go. This year, it's under 2 minutes.
2nd and 6. Big hole, just short of the first down. Raymond Maples with his 27th carry in the ball game.
Yeah, but Travis Bush made the big tackle to keep that, I think, from being a first down. Watch Bush come up, wrap him up, and keep that ball short of a first down.
Here's Steelman. He'll keep it. He's got a first down. That'll stop the clock with 1:18 remaining.
Remember the touchdown against Boston College. Army was stopped by Boston College with 2 minutes to go. They got it back with a minute to go. And Trent Steelman iced the game with an option play to the left.
Army still has one timeout remaining. Nothing doing on this one.
He fumbled the ball.
Who got it?
Navy has it.
And the ship has sailed.
Larry Dixon fumbled it. Barry Dabney recovered it.
fumbled it on first down. And the fullback thought the quarterback had it, and the quarterback thought the fullback had it. 4 years of work, a year of prep school, so many injuries, so many hits running this offense. An opportunity down to the 15-yard line on first down to finally be able, as we've been talking about, sing second. And it's the turnovers again.
From those ankles. But the point is, I did not utilize my, stay in school, by the way, high school wise, sports abilities to the best of their abilities, because street ball wise, you know, I got a reputation still back where I was playing. So I'm not a spring chicken, but I'm not, you know, going through a midlife crisis either. It's the best of both. The maturity with still the physical ability and speed to understand it all, I guess. Alright. So you heard from Accept, the original balls to the wall. It's going to be able to lead into for the rest of college football. By the way, this is the shorty version. This is the post-review show. As introduced by our Pi Kappa Alpha House Sweethearts, U of U chapter, Alpha Tau, giving you props. Alright, so what do I mean by all this? You know, if you saw on the timestamp this video being 10 to 11 minutes thereabouts, this is the post-review show, which is what I mean by those graphics that I included. Much like when you go to a live theater stage show and it's kind of sucking, people with class, you don't walk out on it until intermission. So I understand if I'm talking to only 2 or 5 people, because this show may not be your cup of tea, but it is the post-review. You already saw all the clips, you know, to the sporting event that we were discussing about, and I'm not going to get into it more specifically, because again, this is the baseline show, and I'll get into the legalities as to why that is in a moment. I did used to run a law firm, so to those of you still listening, stick around because you'll learn something about the particulars of YouTube. But for the shows, you know, 15 minutes or longer, it's a totally different intro than what I'm doing right now. All right. So why bother doing a show, you may ask? Because the ship has sailed, in the sense of just trying to piggyback on somebody else's network and going beyond the 5 to 7 minute mark and just trying to put that up as not necessarily your own, but obviously from somebody else. You try to give them credit on YouTube. I'm sure you may have seen this several times, your longer clips, say like beyond the 4 minute mark, where all they're showing is like the channel immediately. That does not cover the legalities of it. What are the legalities I'm discussing? It's a little thing called the DCMA, the Digital Copyright Millennium Act. And the key tenets that we adhere to on the OMSR are, as they were hashed out through WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization: fair use standard, minimal use, derivatives, and no money exchanged in hands. Of course, that last one's a given, but it's also important. But it's a given here because, as you can see, the OMSR is a pro bono production. We adhere strictly to that. And on that note, as well, all images you see on the OMSR, not procured or produced, 2-minute warning, so I don't go over on time, by the OMSR, were obtained through the public domain. So anybody out there saying, hey, Will, you're kind of using an image that we don't necessarily approve of, fine. Watch my dust. I'll take it down. Excuse me. Readjust it. The only sucky thing about that is you'll lose all the hits when you go to re-upload the same thing, plus the interest wanes on that particular event. But that's not important as opposed to what I just said. Alright. And on that note, this show is copyright to the OMSR. Brief video highlights courtesy to the networks already discussed through Will, the Alternative Sports Pro. The OMSR does not own these video highlights, but does own all the other original content and the overall concept herein, thereof, therefore, most rights reserved. Alright, so on that note, the 2-minute warning, we go back to our musical lead into Accept. The original, to the nth degree, balls to the wall. perfect theme music for closing out college football. You got to play balls to the wall to get a winning record, to get to a better bowl, or BCS consideration. All right, so pay attention to the end graphic at the end of the show. VAC chart from the state of California DMV. They will throw the book at you. Worst state in the union, or best, toughest, whatever you want to call it. You get a DUI. You can pause it, freeze frame it, X amount of drinks, your body type, no X amount of activity. All right, thanks for watching. Later days, and only a few more college football plays.